Dude called me and said, man, I need to talk to you about this issue. Yeah. I got an issue to talk to you about. So how do you know if you're calling a woman too much? How do you know if you're bothering her? You're getting on her nerves. So how do you know? I took a deep breath, because I understood what he meant, and he was serious about it, because to me it's a thin line in between knowing whether she don't want you to call her back because she don't want to talk to you, don't want to have anything to do with you. If she's busy, but for some men, I get it. They don't want the fantasy to end. They don't want it to go away. They want it to still be there. So what do? They visualize a scenario that works for them, and they try to live with that. They say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just take a break. Give her some time. And then I'll call her later. Now, I used to jump the gun and assume that you're dealing with a dead situation. I used to. But the bad news is also the good news. In some situations, not all of them. Some women want you to chase them. I told this guy this information. I said, yeah, sometimes they want you to chase them. They want you to make a fool of yourself. Diving over a table to try to prove that you want to be with her. Some of them steal. In the midst of you begging, crawling, and crying, still turn around and don't respect you. I looked at the guy. All I could do was say, try to reel it back in terms of not being angry. Run the scenario through your brain a million times, and what I preach or educate or teach is to try to see yourself not being successful in the scenario. I know a lot of people tell themselves the championship stuff. So when the guy asks me, man, you think I call too much? And 9 times out of 10, if you feel that way, you probably do. You probably do. So pull back if you can, and do some self-introspective. See if you can find yourself, if you have any skills, drawing, whatever else, music. If you have any female friends that you can talk to, that you can maybe go to the movies with, excuse me, go and have a drink with or something. But the objective is slow to anger. That's the objective. So, but the other part of the scenario, real quick before I jump off what I told him, is you can continue calling her and calling her and calling her, and you can force her to do one or two things: completely stop answering your call, or block you. And I got bad news still mixed in with the good news. That still does not mean she don't like you. It's weird. Their behavior sometimes is not predicated on liking you or not. It is a totally self-engulfed experience that they're having. The only people a lot of times that they dive over a table for consistently is their kids. I mean, that's it. So I don't know how much love you looking to get, but her going on a hiatus, not talking to you for a period of time, it can be normal. What? It can be normal? Yeah. Because what they're going through is not about you. And guys don't understand that. And women, you can chime in and say, oh, that's not true. But what they're going through is about them. So if you don't give them space or give them a break, they'll get an attitude with you. Since they don't really take things, they're not accountable. What they'll do to you is just drop you as well, to make sure that you are not a part of the cluster. So if you're not providing for her what she needs and wants, you're going to get ignored. Yeah, you're going to, because it's about her, and you're not giving her what she needs at that point. So you can decide. I'm going to give up on calling. I'm going to call her to death. Or I can leave a message or write a letter, if you know her address, and send it and just say, hey, I've decided that maybe you don't want to have anything to do with me, so I'm going to leave you alone. You can send an email, text, or some kind of a way if you still have an avenue to get in contact with her. But what I don't want is for you to blow up at the end of the day and do something tragic. There's a different set of consequences that go along with that. So those are your choices, man. I'm not going to make it for you, because you know in your own gut feeling, I just want to try and prevent you from, at the end of the day, if I can help it, of you not destroying her physically, mentally and spiritually as well. There's a strong possibility that she don't feel you right now, but I promise you, if you was the type of dude to hang in there while she's going through whatever she's going through, if you weather those storms, then you might come out on the other side as somebody who can become her friend. So you can be friend zoned if you are okay with that. And every now and then you might, if God decides to bless you, have a night or two with her that is engulfed in nothing but maximized pleasure and enjoyment. So that's my question. I just want to present some things to you in case you can't see a bigger picture. So try out what I'm saying and see what you come up with.